What's the strangest insurance story you have?
Well, I have a lot because I've been in the business a really long time, almost 30 years. But one of the strangest incidents that I got a call about, because we'd never really wrote a lot of family farms, but we had a family farm, and the farmer called me one day to tell me that 5 cows had been struck by lightning in the field, and he wanted to know if he had coverage for it. And kind of caught me off guard because it's not your normal,
No.
but we had coverage. The adjuster wanted to know where the cows were. He buried them in the field with a backhoe. So that was a strange.
Did you know it was covered?
Honestly, I had to look it up. Yeah, I didn't know if livestock was covered under the farm policy at that point in time, but I was new in the business, and yeah, it caught me off guard. But
so livestock's covered with
livestock is covered, and he got full replacement costs, and he was very happy.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
My name is Christian Militello with Militello Painting and Power Washing, and I have Community Spotlight here with
Todd Peterman of the Peterman Group.
Welcome, Todd.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Todd, what does your company do?
We're a full-service insurance brokerage firm in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania. Full service, from my standpoint, is we do property and casualty insurance, so homeowners, automobile, and business insurance, workers' comp, commercial auto, liability policies, professional liability. And then we have a full benefits company that does health insurance and group life and disability insurance.
So growing up, I went with my mom's State Farm or Allstate guy, and always stayed with him. I came with you recently, well, I guess now 4, 5, 6 years ago, and you're a broker. What's the difference between a broker and an agent?
So the main difference between a broker and an agent is that an agent works directly for the insurance company that they represent. So State Farm can only sell a State Farm policy, or a State Farm agent can only sell State Farm. That's the same with Allstate, and up until recently, the same thing with Nationwide, Farmers. There's several carriers out there that's their distribution model.
Yeah.
In 1937, when my grandfather got into the business, he wanted to be able to offer more options to his clients, so he became an independent broker. So we actually represent the client, and we try to find the best product from a group of insurance companies, and we represent about 30.
Tell me about some of the things you insure.
Everything. So we'll insure everything from your house, a renter's policy for someone who's renting an apartment, their automobile insurance, their vacation home. We're licensed in 34 states, I think, right now, all the way up to commercial policies, manufacturers of heavy industrial machinery. We do some trucking exposure, wholesalers, painters, contractors.
What's trucking exposure?
Trucking exposure would be anybody that's moving goods or commodities anywhere in the United States or outside. So, all those truckers that you see on the highway that box you out and pick up a lot of spray on your windshield, we insure those guys, and the companies that negotiate moving products all over the country.
Nice. So from your $1,000 a year car policy all the way up to multi-million-dollar.
Oh, yeah, we have clients that pay us over $1 million a year.
Wow.
In premium, yeah.
Premium.
In premium.
That's a lot of insurance.
It's a lot of insurance, sure is.
It's a lot of cows.
It's a lot of cows, yeah.
Involved in this business?
So as I said, third generation. Grandfather started it, so I was somewhat born into it, I guess. I vowed in high school that I would never go into the family business.
Here you are.
Yet here I am. Yeah, I came to my senses after my sophomore year in college. Actually went to school to become I was an environmental studies major. I wanted to be a federal ranger out west in a state park or a federal park.
Like Yosemite or something.
Exactly. Yeah. That would have been a dream job for me when I was 18 years old. But after the job proposition and really started thinking about a family and what I was going to do long term, all of a sudden the insurance business or business world didn't look so bad.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured if I'm going to go into business, why not look at the family business? So I transferred back to Temple. I got a degree in insurance risk management. And 1992, joined the agency and haven't looked back.
That's great. How about you? Where'd you school, background, what you enjoy, that kind of stuff?
Okay, so grew up in Upper Dublin. I was born in Springfield Township, Montgomery County, not far away. Raised in Upper Dublin, went to Upper Dublin High School, graduated in, well, I'll say my age, but I graduated in 1987. And then I went to school in New Hampshire, small liberal arts school, Keene State. And after the 2 years, as I said, I transferred back to Temple. Married my high school sweetheart. We've been together since junior year in high school. 2 kids and live in Horsham now.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's neat. How about, what do you enjoy doing?
So my activities still to this day surround the outdoors. So I
Yeah.
love fishing and camping and hiking and really anything in the outdoors in the woods. That's what I
cool.
like to do. That's what
cool.
I do in my leisure time. I was a scout when I was younger, and I was fortunate enough that my son was in Scouts, became an Eagle Scout 3 years ago. And so I've been involved in the scouting program and had some great adventures
pretty
with
neat.
them.
So I've recently learned, I have another friend who was an Eagle Scout, and his dad, some kind of cradle.
Cradle of Liberty
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
local council.
So I'm learning all this stuff, and it gets pretty serious. Like, some cool stuff. Where has scouting taken you?
So probably the 2 highlight trips for me, we've been on many, but the 2 highlight trips, one with my son was we went to the Florida Sea Base, which is down in Islamorada, Florida, and we spent 6 days on a 48-foot sailboat. So it was him, a couple of his friends, also scouts, and 2 other dads.
In the ocean?
And in the ocean. We sailed around, lived on the boat, we ran the boat, cooked all the meals. There was a captain on the
Yeah.
boat with us, but really learned how to do it.
For 48 days?
No, not 48, for 6 days.
6, but still.
6 days we were out there, yeah.
Wow.
We came in once to refuel and pick up water. And
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was cool. And then the other one was last January. My son didn't go on this trip because he was in college, but we went dog sledding in Minnesota in January, and we slept out on a frozen lake, no tents. We just had a windbreak, and it was negative 34 degrees.
I have some friends in Minnesota, and I've seen their videos of ice fishing, and it seems like it's constantly snowing out there. Beards, and it's insane.
It's brutal.
And no
I
tent.
had the beard. You remember I had the beard.
You were out in the weather, no tent.
No tent. Just we slept out right on the ice in the snow, put down a tarp. Now they gave us outer sleeping bags. We brought our own inner sleeping bags. So they outfitted us properly, but negative 40 or below, they would have not let us go. So we just made the cut
negative
at
30.
negative 30.
Tell me some unique things about the Peterman Agency.
Unique things. So we primarily work with privately owned companies. That's what we really like to do. And we feel that we bring some resources to what we call the middle market. You have small business owners that might have 1 or 2 employees, and their needs for risk management and loss control and claim service might not be there. Then you have the really big accounts, the accounts paying millions of dollars a year, and they get those services from some of the major national or international brokers. They get legal counsel and loss control services. And we like the companies in between. Companies between $1 million and $30 million in sales, and privately owned. And we have a full-time claims rep. We have a risk management tool called XyWave, and we'll assist with all kinds of risk management needs that those clients have, and we'll help put packages together. And we like to think that it's some value-added service for our clients.
Yeah, so the XyWave you just brought up, I just got an email from Todd probably a couple years ago, but I just renewed it because now I got some more time to look at it. Yeah. What is XyWave?
So XyWave is a risk management tool. It has thousands of documents that a business owner can use to help prevent claims and be a safer employer. In addition, you can create an employee handbook. You can get all policies and procedures that assist in your business. So for example, a cell phone policy. Say you have people out in trucks and you want to implement a cell phone policy or a cell phone use policy. You can go in there and pull it up. It'll preload all your information in there, and it's a Word document, so you can adjust it to meet your company's needs.
Neat.
So in addition, they have OSHA logs and OSHA reporting and a whole lot of other services.
Does that cost any extra money?
Not for our clients. We pay the cost on an annual basis for all our clients, and it's unlimited use for our clients.
So for the contractor who has himself and 3 employees,
That's
and for the guy who has himself and 100 employees.
Same thing.
Same cost.
They get the same access,
Nice.
free.
Tell me some things that you think everyone should know about insurance.
So one of my biggest things that I would advise anybody to do is sit down and talk with your agent or broker. I mean, that's probably one area that people don't spend enough time. Your home is a huge asset. Your car is huge exposure. And so many people shop for a cheap price and they don't really understand the coverages that they're getting behind there. I recommend that everybody take about an hour, sit down with their agent or broker, talk about what they have going on and any concerns, and let the agent talk to them about the coverages. I see people with state minimum liability limits on their automobile, and it's just crazy to me that you're risking all your personal assets to save a few $100s a year on your auto premium because you want to buy the state minimum limits that were set back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. I don't even know when they were set, but they're ridiculously low for today's litigious society.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that you do that.
That seems logical. But how many people take you up on it?
Most of my clients do because I force it on them. And we have standards. We won't sell those minimum limits. But there are so many people out there that just want to know what the price is and they don't understand what they're buying.
What is one of your favorite things about being a part of this business for as long as you have?
So the real thing that I really truly enjoy about this business is protecting people's assets. And it's rewarding to me. Again, remember, I'm selling insurance policies that an insurance company has to pay the claim.
Yeah.
So the money's not coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
So it's rewarding at the end of the day when a client calls and they've had a situation and they're scared and they're concerned about what's going to happen. And it's rewarding when I can say, don't worry about it. We've got you covered. We'll get an adjuster involved and the claim gets paid and the people get taken care of. And, we protected them. That's a huge part of what I enjoy. The other thing that I really enjoy, being in the business almost 30 years, is really seeing people succeed and businesses succeed. So we've had clients that we've picked up when they've paid us $500 a year for a little business owner's policy, and they built their companies up and sold them for $100 million. We've had some technology companies that have done that. And then just also really general businesses, how they grow and they get employees and they get trucks and they buy other locations and expand and grow. It's rewarding.
Yeah.
It's nice to be part of.
It's amazing what you can find at work that has minimal. I mean, you're selling insurance.
Yep.
But seeing a business grow is what's
turns me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what excites me day
going
in and
from
day out.
$500 policy to a $1,000 policy to a sale for $1 million, and to think you had a part of that is pretty neat.
Yeah. One of my first clients was probably 1994, 95. One location. The guy gave me such a hard time. Didn't give me the business the first year. And literally, it was less than $20,000 a year in premium, and they grew it up to a 13 location business and, hundreds of thousands of dollars in premium, and they're still a client today.
And I'll tell you what, that stuff you see businesses do.
I do.
Has got to help out the other businesses. The stuff you see happen.
No question about it.
Hey, I saw this with this company. I saw, that's pretty cool.
It drives what I do every day. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. How can people get a hold of you if they want?
Easiest thing is to give me a call, 215-853-3000. That's our direct switchboard to our switchboard. We have go to our webpage, email trp@petermancompany.com, all spelled out. And that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Great.